Honestly, I told you I've been watching a lot of Netflix stand-up comedy specials. The comedians right now could use all the help that they could get. So if they want to take that one, honestly, I feel like that's just I've done a charitable act for like society, because it has been a kind of a dire world out there. Or maybe I don't know, like Netflix maybe because they had to lay off so many people and like they have budgetary concerns right now, maybe they stopped paying money for like the established comedians and instead started paying less money for like, I don't know, worse comedians, maybe, without being so rude. I mean, the ones that they came out with from the Netflix Is a Joke festival were all so annoying to me. I like a stand-up set that's like one person, they get an hour, 40 minutes, whatever, to like build the set. I don't like this like 12 different comedians come out for 3 minutes each, tell 2 jokes about, you know, hey, remember when Trump was the president? What was up with that? And then like, okay, well, Jeff Ross is coming on now. Did you know that there's a show on I think Netflix tried to bury it, but I scrolled for like 2 hours one night and found it. It's the worst show idea I could possibly fathom in my entire life, and the natural, logical endpoint of our content fixation on feeding the beast, okay? Let me make sure I got this right. Jeff Ross, Historical Roasts. The show is called Historical Roasts. Nobody is safe from the insults thrown at them by Roastmaster General Jeff Ross, even if they're dead. Ross and some of his comedic friends don period-appropriate garb to roast historical figures in this anachronistic comedy series. Other historical figures who have some connection to the roastee take the dais to show off their comedic chops with a modern twist. Where else can you see John Wilkes Booth roast Abraham Lincoln with the 19th century men being portrayed by Full House co-stars John Stamos and Bob Saget respectively? Other figures from history who get roasted include Freddie Mercury, civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr., and all-time boxing great Muhammad Ali. I'm sorry, Netflix, there's no way I'm gonna watch that shit. This sounds like the roasts are already like so cringe to me, but then like turning them into epic rap battles of history is so much worse. Also, how are you gonna roast Martin Luther King Jr.? That seems like a bad idea, man. Like, you know, Abraham Lincoln, I don't know, it's been 150 years. Freddie Mercury, I mean, he's a singer, you know, he could have a sense of humor about that, but I don't know. Martin Luther King Jr. just seems ill-advised, man. Anyway, I saw the thumbnail for that show and I was like, this shit has gone on way too far. I mean, I think it's telling that the best moment in 25,000 Comedy Central roasts is the situation in the roast on Donald Trump. Speaking about Melania Trump, no, but you gotta hand it to her. She married him for love. She loves money. At which point the audience goes, boo! Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the Netflix comedy specials have sucked lately. Like, I get it. We all lived through lockdown, okay? Does every special already heard what like 75 comedians think of the vaccines? Like, I'm over it, man. Make your own if you're so funny? No, I'll just like watch good ones. Like, just make some good ones. Like, I still gotta see the Mike Birbiglia one. But for some reason, Netflix doesn't want me to watch the new Mike Birbiglia one. They don't put it on my front page. Instead, on the front page, they put the damn new Cat Williams special. Did you see Inside? Yes. Inside, it was incredible. And I say that as somebody, in case you missed it, last year, I had not been familiar with any of Bo Burnham's work before Inside, and explored none of it after it as well, but I thought Inside was fantastic. Cat Williams is one of the GOATs. Put some respect on his name. Excuse me, I did put respect on his name when I said that we shouldn't make fun of him for getting beaten up by that 12-year-old, because the 12-year-old was really tall, and honestly, kind of like, they swarmed him. They swarmed Cat Williams. I know the way that it was, the story was portrayed was that Cat Williams got into a fight with a 12-year-old and lost. He actually basically got mobbed by a 12-year-old and his friends, and like the only way he could get out was with a sucker punch, but that's not how that went down, obviously. The Pimp Chronicles is the funniest stand-up special of all time, and that's facts. I've been watching a little Gabrielle Iglesias whenever I go to my in-laws' house, whenever they put on Netflix, they put on some Fluffy specials. I've been broadening my horizons a little bit. Gotta love Fluffy. I mean, honestly, I'm a snob, but it could be worse. Like when I was watching the Fluffy specials, I was like, there are worse comedians than this. I get why this guy is like popular. That's something I would not say for every comedy special I end up watching. Isn't he dead? Gabriel Iglesias is not dead. He's playing like sold out baseball stadiums every 25 seconds across the United States of America. He's dead? What are you he's not dead. Why is everyone saying he's dead? OMG, he does. OMG, he dies. Because he is? He did not die. He just died? I can't believe you tricked me into Googling this. Hold on. Gabriel Iglesias. He's so alive. Why do they call him Fluffy? So how did he get the name Fluffy? A cat, jokes Gabriel. No, one time I called myself fat around my mom and she was like, you're not fat, you're fluffy. Okay. He's brought along a trunk full of mystery items and Rachel Ray has to guess what they are. Watch the hilarious game in the video below. Okay, I'm not gonna watch Rachel Ray try to guess what items are in Fluffy's mystery trunk. I'm sorry, I'm never gonna do that. You're well within your rights to ask, but I'm never gonna do that. Have you seen it? It's hilarious. It was uploaded at 6 a.m. and it has 1 view. Too edgy for me. It's true. It's a little edgy for me. I just prefer comedy that's like, you know, it's not so rude like that. Holy cow, I made it. Did you see that dodge? Comedy is an ancient practice. It dates back to the Bible era. Even Adam and Eve have comedy in their lives. No comedian should ever have the threat of violence held over their head in order to get them to stop telling the truth. At the same time, we can't get on stage and just say whatever we want. As possibly the most offensive comedian of all time, I have but 3 more words to say. No more bullshit. So brave, so brave. Was that a copy pasta? No, that's Tim Heidecker bravely speaking out both against and in favor of Will Smith and Chris Rock after the infamous slap at the Oscars this year. I thought he said what everyone was thinking, literally. Isn't Anthony Fantano doing an interview with Tim Heidecker? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I knew that I was doing an interview with Tim Heidecker. Because, like, you know he's not going to be sincere, right? So are you going to have to, like, you know, you're going to have to jab with him? I don't think I could jab with him. He was actually just sincere. Isn't he dead? Come on. He's often sincere in interviews. What about the interview at the Telluride Film Festival in Colorado where he said he's here with his fellow piss drinkers? Yeah, we're just here drinking each other's piss. That didn't seem very sincere. That was sincere. It didn't seem sincere. The way the camera cut away. I move away from the mic to drink piss. Me too. Me too. Tezonde.eth. Me too. Would you ever drink your own piss on stream? I'm gonna go ahead and say like probably not. That's gonna be like a negative on that one, I would say. Strikes me as fairly unlikely that I would drink my own piss on stream. Coward. Dude, I cannot drink my own piss right now. It would kill me. I honestly think like if I had a DQ Blizzard right now, it could prove fatal to me. I have to be very like careful with myself. You know how they say like if you played 100 Gex for like a peasant in the 1600s, they would literally die? That is like me right now. I am basically like that guy. I have to be very careful about what I'm exposed to right now. I gotta treat myself better than he can. Is this Shawn Mendes? How does this guy know about 100 gex? Because I'm cool. Because you don't know any 33-year-olds. You think that I'm uncool because of the fact that, like, drive a car sometimes, but in actuality, like, I'm way cooler than the average 33-year-old you ever meet in your entire life, without a doubt. My dad knows about 100 gex. Yeah, probably because you won't shut up about it, but he loves you because you're his child. So even though it's insufferable, he like tolerates it just in order to spend some time with you, because you won't talk about things that he's actually interested in because he's old, and thus you don't value his opinion that much. Instead, you'll only talk to somebody if you actually get to talk about your interests, because you're self-centered. So that's probably why your dad knows about 100 gex, okay? Maybe you should talk to him about, like, how he feels about the difference between Lowe's and the Home Depot next time. I'm sure he's got a lot of thoughts on it that he's trying to get out. He can't talk to your mom about it because she's already heard about it like 70 times. Maybe you should just let him talk. That's the spirit of, like, human conversation, is like you get to talk about something you're interested in, and then I listen politely, and then I talk about something that I'm interested in.